Well, hey gang, welcome back to Couponing with Jeremy. I'm Jeremy, a preacher, a teacher, and a couponer. I love to help people and I love saving money. And so in these videos, I want to try to help you guys save some money. Hey, well, today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to take you in and show you my stockpile room, my Wicker Mart room, where I sell some things that I have bought couponing. Couponing has made such a tremendous difference for me over the last several years. And so I, again, want to pass my ideas on and what's worked for me on to you. So a little bit of backstory. I started couponing in January 2020. I was planning a church at the time, but I wasn't teaching that year. And I had a little bit extra time on my hands, but also finances were really tight. I've always been a frugal person, a person that tries to live as simply as possible and be as generous as possible. But I needed to learn how to save even more. It was super important. So I started couponing, and then the pandemic hit, and I had a little bit more time to spend, and shopping was even that much more important. And so got into couponing, and it became a hobby, and then it became something that I was like, wow, I really enjoy this. And people would see what I was saving, and so I wanted to help them learn how to save too. And so I got into passing on those savings to others, and then eventually teaching people how to do it through this video channel just this past year. So I've been doing this for about a year now and making these videos. And so I want to again pass on what's worked for me. Maybe it would work for you. So let's talk specifically about a stockpile. So, when I first started couponing, again, this was just for me. I kept this stuff up in my attic as I kind of built more than I needed. But y'all, that is how we beat inflation. We buy stuff when it's super cheap, and then we pull it out when we need it. When we do that, we beat inflation. We beat the cost of things, and we bring our cost very, very much down. And that's kind of important, right? So, but I started stockpiling, and I realized, wow, this is way more than I could ever need. So then I decided, well, hey, what if I bundle some of these things? I'd seen other people do that. So I bundled some stuff and sold it online through Facebook. And then I hosted a couple of big yard sales, and those went pretty good. And so I had this stockpile up in my attic that I would pull down and add to, and pull down when I needed to sell it. And that went pretty good for a while. But then I got a job at the college, and my time became a little bit more involved. And I decided that I had an office space that used to be a bedroom, and then was an office that I really wasn't using anymore. And so instead of using the attic, I decided just to use this back bedroom and make it my stockpile room. Well, guys, then, to be honest, it became Wicker Mart. It became a place where, because it was out all the time and I just added to it, my family and my friends and just some loyal customers could come whenever they need to. They just give me a holler and let me know a few days in advance. I live in a small town, so I've just got some folks that want to do that. And then every once in a while, I advertise to, a bigger group of people and say, hey, I'm going to do a Wicker Mart sale on Saturday morning. If you want to come over, you can grab some stuff. All right, gang, well, let's head into the stockpile room. So this used to be a bedroom, and then it was an office, and then it became my stockpile room. It's got all my Georgia stuff in here. Go Dogs. But yeah, so let's kind of look at the different parts of the room, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. And this is my stockpile, but it's also where I sell stuff. So let's get into some of that now, okay? So this is my food section, okay? This is where I'm able to share stuff with folks, and they can come and grab stuff and get food that they want. I do sell this stuff. My family and some of my church folks can come over and get stuff, but then I do sell it to other folks. They come on a semi-regular basis. Somebody's about to come and grab stuff, even though I'm just on my lunch break. But I'll tell you, cereal sells sometimes, not always, but I've got one or two families that come and get this stuff really regularly. And then I've got some, just pasta stuff, some bread stuff, chips and cookies. Man, inflation is no joke. And so families definitely pick that up for me at a pretty deep discount. I do everything about $1.50 to $2 below Walmart, or sometimes even half of what Walmart sells stuff for. I do have some drinks and some sauces These sell, it just depends. If I do a bigger sale, they definitely go, but some of my regulars don't grab this stuff as often. But, you know, they will pick up, you know, some things. If you watch one of my last videos, I got some hot sauces, and there they are. They're already in the stockpile. But food, like I said, sells pretty decent. You know, if folks want it, they want it. Like I said, I help a couple of families. They literally come and see me like every 2 weeks and probably save $30 to $40 every time they're here versus buying the things that they buy at Walmart. So groceries, there they are. So the next thing would be the paper products. Everybody's always looking for paper products, and I am able to buy them and then sell them for, you know, 30-40% off what folks would get them in store. And so paper towels and toilet paper. I don't have a lot of that stuff in stock right now. I mean, this is decent, but I don't try to keep a huge stockpile. I try to get rid of it. Again, use it and then get rid of it. Laundry care is also something that people are always interested in. They really do like the liquid more than the pods, I've found. Most people prefer the liquid. But, you know, this is stuff I find, and again, I sell it about half of what I usually would find them for in the store. Tide is a really quality product, so is Persil. I really love those. Gain sells pretty good. The Purex stuff we usually can get for really cheap, and then I just pass on that savings to other people. Same with the All and the Arm & Hammer. But anytime you got laundry products and you got paper products, people are going to come see you for those things. Continuing on with a little bit of laundry, I don't usually have a ton of fabric softener kind of stuff, but I try to grab some of it when I can get it at a deep discount and then pass that discount on and still make a little bit of something on it. I will say, you know, through COVID, man, we did great on Clorox products. I mean, everybody wanted that stuff. I never try to like take all of what I find in the store. This is kind of stuff I've built up over some time. But people usually grab 1 or 2 of these while they're here because, again, they're about half of what they would pay at Walmart here in Wicker Mart. All right. I can't keep this stuff in stock well enough. You see, I only have a little bit of this, but everybody's always looking for dish stuff because they got to have it. And then y'all know we get these smell goods for free. A lot of times you do great when you actually get the things that go in them, but you can tell there's none of them here because as soon as I get them, people take them. But that kind of stuff, this stuff sells pretty good. I clear out this little section pretty regularly and try to keep it restocked, but this stuff sells pretty good. Now this Mama Jamma storage unit is all for shampoos and body washes and hair dye. I used to get hair dye for free all the time, not as much anymore, but listen, I found a lady that bought it a lot, and so I would buy her color. I ain't scared, okay? She would get it. If I could get it for free and then sell it to her for a couple of dollars, I'll do it, okay? And then we've got the hair products. These sell okay. People definitely get the shampoos and conditioners, but I usually build up a pretty good stock of hair stuff just because it's pretty free. There's some more over here as well from Pantene. Body washes, I don't keep a ton of them because they get taken. As soon as I usually put them out, they get taken, but my stockpile's pretty full right now. I haven't had time to do as much sales, bigger sales as I normally do, so I think I'm gonna do one of those soon. And got some more body washes, cheap body washes, and hair dye. Again, I try to do stuff for about half the price they could buy it for at Walmart, $2 to $3. You know, I try never to go over $3 with something like body wash or shampoo, unless it's a Mama Jamma bottle. Now over in this section over here, guys, I've got some ladies razors, and then I've got a ton of men's razors. I used to get a lot of this, and a lot of this I've had for a while now, and it just eventually gets taken. But y'all, these would be $11 in store, and I'm able to get them pretty cheap and sell them for like $3. And that's kind of the story with most of this stuff. Same thing with the guys stuff. It's deep discounts. I try to do that. Again, here's some Pantene products. They don't sell as well as I thought they would, but they smell good to me. And so I use them a lot. I've got some soap down here, you see. That stuff gets taken pretty often, and then wipes kind of get taken pretty quickly too. I do have some school supply and just some party stuff over here. I probably need to reorg just a little bit, but if I can get that stuff for really cheap, I'll pull from this. This is my stockpile, but then it's also stuff that I sell. So then we got just some skincare items. We've got lots of lotions as well as some medical stuff. You know, I do grab this stuff when I find it on sale. Lots of facial stuff. I had a lot of sales with that recently. Well, excuse me, not too recently, but I used to find a lot of it for really cheap, and people just pick it up little by little. I've also got our deodorants. You know, you catch these on sale. People always need these. And then some of our medications and vitamins. I'll tell you, I can't keep kids' vitamins. I mean, they go. Some of my normal customers, folks that come and shop with me, they grab that stuff. And then, you know, any couponer that you see or talk to is gonna amass a supply of mouthwashes and toothpaste. We get that stuff for pretty cheap, and then I can sell it for $1 a tube, or maybe $1.50 if it's a high price one. I usually sell the mouthwashes for $2, and so try to get rid of some of that stuff. Over here, I've got just a little bit of baby stuff. I usually can't keep much of it. I don't get great deals, but when I do, I grab some, but then it gets taken. Anytime you can find diapers for pretty cheap, I do, and then I sell them for $5 and, you know, make just $1 or $2 myself. But that's a huge savings, y'all, from in local stores. And then just stuff that I find sometimes on deep discount or clearance, and then I'll just try to pass on that savings. Some of this stuff I'll use myself for gifts if I need to, or I will, you know, let somebody take it if they want it. All right, gang, then we have a few of the women's, I call this kind of like the women's table. This is all kind of makeups, all kind of skin creams. You know, this kind of stuff I used to just get at really good discounts, and I try to pass that on wherever I can. I've got all kind of wipes for your face to get that makeup off. And then we've got our feminine care, all kind of things. People do come and grab this stuff and take this stuff. This stuff goes away pretty quickly. I did want to show you that I have a little table in here. That way, when I come in, I can just put stuff on the table and, you know, lay it out. I can price it if I want to. You notice some prices on my stuff. I go ahead and price everything. And then I have some bags and some boxes here for folks as they come in to grab what they want to. I try to make things as easy as possible. Before we leave this room, I thought I'd show you some of my Georgia stuff and just my special interest stuff, because I know some of you are interested in that. I was actually a cheerleader in college back in the day. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that, but go Dogs. So I'm all about the Georgia. It's a little bit of everywhere. This room kind of got taken over. And then y'all know I am a pastor. I'm a minister of the gospel. These were called cardboard testimonies. We used that once at a camp I was at. And then, you know, my master's degree and my undergrad degree, my ordination, like I said, this used to be my office. And then this was one of the first groups of kids that I taught, and then the college that I work at right now. So, you know, preacher and a teacher and a couponer, y'all. We combine it all together and just try to be a blessing to people. Now, I wanted to pass on to you that in 2021, so I started saving in 2020. In 2021, I really started tracking what I was doing. And y'all, I made about $1,400 last year. And that is buying stuff and selling stuff, just kind of keeping that all in one Excel spreadsheet. I made $1,400. Now, that also is, you know, every cleaning supply that I use, every laundry supply that I use, that's some groceries and some food things that I use. That's all my personal hygiene. You know, when you think about the $1,400 plus what I was spending on those things, I ended up saving another $400. So about $1,800 of savings since a couple years back. So I think this thing is certainly worth doing it. My goal for this year is to sell right at $2,000 to get a profit of $2,000. I'm a little bit short of that, but there's still 2 or 3 months in the year left. I'm probably going to try to do one big sale as well, but I think I can probably hit that 2,000 mark in 2022. Now, gang, that's again why I wanted to pass this video on to you guys. If you could save $2,000 for your family, or make an extra $2,000 for your family, that could pay for a vacation, right? That could help, you know, put a down payment down on a car that your family needs. That could do something great for your family, I'm sure, and make things just a little bit easier for you throughout the year. So, you know, again, does this involve some work? It does. Is this a huge amount of money? No, but it's regular shopping trips that I make, and then just having friends and family over, and then doing a few big sales throughout the year. But it's been worth it for me. I think it might be worth it for you. All right, gang, I hope that Stockpile tour was helpful to you. Just seeing what I do and sharing a little bit about what I do might help you in the future. That's the point of this channel and these videos, just passing on what's helped to me to you, and maybe you can learn from it and do it or do even better than I do. Now, I am filming this part on a Saturday morning. I filmed the other part earlier this week on my lunch break, but then didn't have time to make a video out of it. But it is Saturday this morning. I'm wearing my Georgia sweatshirt because Georgia is playing Auburn today, and we all are down here saying, go Dogs, all right? So it's a good day. I always close out my videos, though, with a little bit of encouragement from God's word, so I wanted to do that. Psalm 73 says, truly God is good to Israel, to those whose hearts are pure. I love this psalm, and it's all about, honestly, jealousy, and how the psalmist says, you know, listen, I was starting to get jealous of other people, but then he remembers what God has done for him. Guys, I want us to know that truly God is good to us. If we will stay pure, if we will stay connected to him, we'll try to walk with Christ, we'll receive the grace of Christ. I promise God is going to come back and bless us in his time, in his perfect way. Well, listen, I hope this video has been helpful to you. If it has, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and leave me a comment down below. But listen, until you catch me in the next video, I pray God's very best for you. Y'all take care.